How many of you have heard the saying, the beatings will continue until morale improves? I saw something very similar to that just the other day, and granted, that saying, which actually has historical relevance and is a little more dark, is much worse than the one that I saw. But it reminded me of that when I saw a sign that said, "Place of Peace." It was a wooden sign, it was carved out. But there was another sign that technically pertained to something else, but was right there with the big sign that talked about the place of peace, saying, "Enforced by sniper." That's right, place of peace, enforced by sniper. Now, obviously those were not designed to go together, but I couldn't help but wonder how many people feel like that in our offices and workplaces and job sites. How many times do we, especially we leaders, the best of intentions, and we want this amazing culture, and we've decided that it's gonna be a place of peace enforced by sniper? One of the things that I like to share with organizations is that you cannot create a culture. I hear all the time, "Oh, we're gonna create a culture of." I don't think that's possible. Because culture is not something that is created. It is something that is fostered. I can promote a certain type of culture. I can foster, I can nurture, I can develop, but I can't create it, because ultimately culture is not determined by me. No matter how high up the chain I am, whether I am the CEO or I am a frontline leader, I cannot create culture. I can foster it. I can influence it, but creating it is something we do in the collective. If you find yourself with the best of intentions and the purest of heart to often be trying to create a culture, I want this kind of culture and I will enforce that, I would ask you to consider whether that is true culture or whether that is coercion. Culture or coercion? Don't get me wrong, there are things that have to be done to foster culture. For example, if you're looking for a culture where people are upfront and authentic, and you have a member of the team that is consistently gossiping, and we've coached them and we've done our part, it is absolutely possible that that team member may not be a great fit. But ultimately, if everyone in the office is scared to say anything because John might hear and fire you, is that culture or is that coercion? It's something to consider. Leaders, I don't know where you are in your journey. I don't know if I'm talking to you as a team lead or as a CEO. But here's what I do know. The question is not, what does our team do when we are there to enforce, whether by sniper or otherwise? The culture of our company is revealed by what people do, how they behave, what is important to them when we, as the leader, are nowhere to be found. Tons more that could be said on this. But what's the culture of your company? Not when you're around, not when your team knows you're watching, but when you're gone and they've got no one to answer to but their own conscience. Thank you for joining me today on the Servant Minded Leadership channel. My name is John. I'm happy to be with you on this journey, and we are seeking to empower leaders like you to change the world.